Where'd that energy come from?
Where that energy come from is still 100% unclear.
This is true. We have so many different proposals for what actually happened at the Big Bang, including some that don't really have a beginning. And so maybe it's cyclic, maybe it keeps going. It really depends on which kind of model we're talking about.
Oh no,
But there are some guesses.
we know where it came from. Came from Jesus.
Jesus.
You can appeal to supernatural explanations if you want, but the problem is they aren't constrained scientifically, and we can't demonstrate their accuracy independently except just by argument.
A lot of people do, in fact, have a problem with that Big Bang cosmology at that early time because there seems to be no way for us to explain that injection of energy any way other than some sort of divine supernatural activity.
For more on that, I'd recommend a book called The Battle of the Big Bang because that really does go through different models and explains where we have gaps of knowledge in scientific theory.
But if we were to do that, then we'd just be like, oh, okay, we've given up on science. We're not going to try to figure out how it actually works. Let's just go home and have a drink and forget about it.
That is basically what happens if you choose a supernatural explanation, is you really can't go past that explanation. You just have to choose one.
But we refuse to sort of give up and just say, oh, it was something that we'll never be able to understand. It was some divinity or it was some supernatural thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much the issue. If we start jumping into supernatural explanations, we just stop there. That's it.
So if we try to think about nature, then the way you can actually inject energy has to do with something called spontaneous symmetry breaking.
And this is what we're supposed to do in science. We're not just supposed to stop there. We're supposed to keep going and try and find models that can fit our data and test them and see what evidence we can provide for them and see how we can falsify them or verify them.